Also improving for Matt Wieters, his play behind the plate. And when Rick Dempsey talks about catching, he talks all the time about balance. And Wieters looks a lot more comfortable this year. Now, what is he doing with his balance that is enabling him to be more consistent behind the plate?
Well, balance is definitely the key to everything you do behind home plate. Blocking the ball, throwing the ball, giving your target, getting set there in enough time for the pitcher to see you. You know, last year we got to go back and take a look at some of the film that we've seen of Matt when he first got here. Watch how uncomfortable he looks moving to his left and his right and everything. His legs are not, he seemed to be off balance. And now this year, you see a much more comfortable Matt Wieters behind home plate where he can set up and throw a lot better. And it's really going to translate into a lot better throws to second base, fewer amount of errors, and being able to handle a pitching staff that really at times has a little problem with balls in the dirt. And one of the biggest adjustments I've seen, and I had a little talk with him towards the last month of the season when he was here, was about leveling his shoulders out in his setup. You give your target, of course, but then when you get ready to set, you set quietly and you're ready to block, like which he is. He's in a good position. But when he goes to receive the ball, and he's only when you receive the ball, you see how your shoulders will stay level when he reaches. In the past, when he was moving back, left and right and everything, and just getting set, well, the shoulders are at an angle now, and he goes to catch a ball to his right, and this is where he would have to start his throwing motion from, with his shoulders at this angle, which are really lined up to throw the ball to left field, way up in the air. So then he has to right himself again and get level and throw, and you give the base runner a step and a half on you, and trust me, that makes it awfully tough to throw a lot of people out. So when he goes to his left sometimes, like that, when he goes and he reaches, the left shoulder drops for the ball, and then again he has to right himself up and get back to that balance position that Jim was talking about. So much easier to do when you keep your shoulders level. You catch the ball here. He's 6'5", 6'6". He should have a lot of reach. Bring the ball around, level shoulders, and the throw on the way to second base. And I think you've seen a tremendous improvement in the amount of guys that he threw out and how much easier it looks for him to get the ball to second base when he keeps his shoulders level.
You know, we hear Rick Kranitz talk all the time with his pitchers about repeating their deliveries and the muscle memory that is involved with that. And what you just described, it seems to me that for the setup anyway, it's the exact same thing. If you remember to set up the same way every time, you give yourselves a better chance to get that potential base stealer.
Absolutely. I mean, everything that you see out on the mound is what a catcher does in a phone booth back behind home plate. And a little bit of, you know, your first step to the left, lining your hips and shoulders up, everything just like throwing off a mound, but it has to happen in a little bitty space, and it has to have balance and symmetry to it, and then it works.
You're a little underdressed, aren't you?
Thank you very much.